Oakland Field. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the Baylor Bears and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Well, guys, the Bears head coach told me before the game, one of the things Coach talked to me about was just the importance of getting their quarterback going. This transfer quarterback has been everything they needed and more. They are so grateful they picked him up in the portal. And now today, he is close to going over 3,000 yards for the season. They feel confident with the script. They meet every Friday night to see exactly what plays the quarterback likes. So they are confident they'll get him that mark early in the game. I'll keep you posted to how that looks down here on the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Bears ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Coming out with it, it's Drake. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The run inside. It's Hughes. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Let's talk for a second about Houston. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Back to throw, it's Henderson. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is knocked away, incomplete, and how good is it to have a linebacker who can cover that much ground? All right, guys, let's talk Houston. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a four-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Trying to squeak through the pile. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Play action on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Changing the routes with his receivers. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. A strike downfield. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. You can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and you know that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that third down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle that, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
Great job at contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened there.
10th play of the drive coming up. At this time, a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
You've got to be excited if you're a fan of this team. What you've seen on this opening drive, they look locked in, all 11 guys on the same page. This has been a beautiful opening drive. Really nice tempo, phenomenal execution, whether it's been running or throwing like you saw right there. And here they are now.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
From the gun. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The Bears want to pick up the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Flag wave. It's dropped after taking the hit. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying under rivalries are.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. They'll run it. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down. And the Bears will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. All the way back to the 15. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tight end now in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. As we get a look at the stats, lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Making the adjustment. To the air, it's Henderson. Fires to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Tough run here. It's Hughes. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Plows his way ahead. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
The Cougars will try to pick it up on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Moving out to the right. Fires to the end zone. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Lagway. Rushes on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Working that left side now. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry up.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why.
Caught, and he's got room. Bulldozes his way through. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Bears are rolling down the field. A designed run for the quarterback. He's got enough. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Maybe a crease. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Bears trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little productive drive late in the half. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Tells the run, wants to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hughes. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Henderson. Fires left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's Lagway to pass. Spits it out to the back. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got his man. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. They'll go hurry up here.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Working the ground game. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Lagway wants to throw. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Takes it the other way. The 20. He's at the 10. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And the Cougars trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll run it. It's Hughes. And he's in! Touchdown, Cougar!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5? Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Lagway. Caught over the middle. It's Livingston. Timeout Houston, their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Trying to establish the run. And he's going to come up just a tad short. Needed to get the ball to the 35, and they'll mark it at the 34. Fourth down, Lagway. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Lagway. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Sets his feet. It's Lagway. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Again, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Left side is Smith. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's Lagway to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. First and goal on what will be the last play of this quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Bears!
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 10 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Buckeyes, not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change things. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Lagway wants to throw. They're working that left side. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
And we've already seen it with this offense, man. They do a good job. They're going to use him as a receiving threat. Let him match up on linebackers. He can win those matchups. He can make big plays. Now they just do it a different way. They call the screen. Let those linemen run upfield, get him the football in some space, and try to let him create a big play.
Moving the pocket, it's Lagway. Complete on the left to Smith. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. It's a draw. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. The Bears are in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Bears. They take the lead with the 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Bears offense takes the field to start this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Rashad Downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Walker. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. The keeper on the option. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in.
2nd and long here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Look out! And it's a sack.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Punt is on its way. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Breaks into the open. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The Bears headed quickly to the line. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down.
Great play by the defense there, getting a tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Looking for the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
Quarterback gets enough. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space. So
got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. From deep, it's Drake. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off play action on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Straight ahead, it's Hughes. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 50. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking downfield, it's Henderson. They're all over him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Second down, gonna throw it. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Quick give. It's Beal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bears! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Unloads it downfield. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you, and man, it's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Running inside, it's Morris. Fighting off the defender. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Turning it on. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. On play action. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback changing the play. Lots to throw. It's Henderson. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Obviously, they fail on that 4th down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Defense in press coverage. Hits inside. It's Beal. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Lagway. Smith's got it. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Bears, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Turning on the Jets. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Bears. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Drake. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Houston offense comes onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. Looking for a man. It's Henderson. Rush right in his face. At the 15, he's loose. He'll slide, and it's a good pickup on that one. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He's changing the play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Man, you got to like these last 2 plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Here's a throw downfield late. It's a running room. Touchdown, Cougar! He got a step and just dusted the field.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Cougars are going to use their third and final timeout here. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Third down from the gun, DJ Lagway. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, remember, the defense allowed a rushing touchdown to this quarterback on the last drive, so a nice job making some adjustments on the sideline. They look like they've got a little bit of a better plan for him, and more people are more aware of when he's going to keep the football. That time, they don't just get a sack, but they generate a massive loss.
And the Bears will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The kick is on its way. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield. And now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Looking left. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.